How you doing? You alright?
I'm good, how are you?
Cool, yeah, all good.
Good. Just to begin with, let everyone know who you are and what you do.
Yep, I'm Harry Shotta. I've been MCing for many years. I've been MCing since I was about 6, rapping in the playground and all that. But I do like different genres of music. I originally come from hip hop. I was writing loads of rap stuff, and then I was introduced to drum and bass through Skibbity and Shabba. Someone playing me a tape pack, and from then I was always into jungle and drum and bass as well as my rap stuff. And around 2008, through like going to the raves and having sort of personal friendships with people like Fun and Skibber, they brought me on stage at Carnival to do the drum and bass stage, which was mad. I wasn't even supposed to do it, but I jumped on anyway. And from there I started hitting up doing the pirate radio and the internet stations, and then about a year later I won the award for Best Breakthrough, and from there it's just all gone snowballed, yeah, to be honest, yeah.
So what's the biggest crowd you've ever performed in front of?
Wow, we've done things like Westfest, which is like thousands and thousands of people. We've done some big festivals. Even recently, One Dance with the main stage over there. You know, I reckon a good 8,000, 9,000, 10,000 people. Then ones when you just look out and you just see like a sea of people.
That's really amazing.
It's crazy. Yeah, it's a good buzz. Adrenaline kicks in. Like I think sometimes as well, I do so many gigs, but every now and again you still get the nervous energy as well, which is good. As long as you can use it and put the fire into the performance, it can work well.
Yeah, it sounds like you've been through like a lot of scenes through drum and bass.
Yeah.
So describe to me how it's actually changed in the last couple of years.
Yeah, drum and bass is like, it's mad, because obviously it comes from jungle originally, which comes from things like hardcore and old school and stuff like that. But yeah, drum and bass is it's in a mad place right now, because you've got the kind of, they call it jump art, which is more what I MC to, which is kind of more the raw beats and the energy, and it's perfect to spit bars on. But then you've got sort of people taking drum and bass in the charts as well. Like obviously Chase and Status come from the drum and bass scene, people like Fresh. You've got Matrix and Future Band now getting chart hits, but they obviously do sort of a more commercial side of the scene. So there's that that's popping as well, that's blowing up really big. And like, I get on really well with a lot of these guys as well. Sigma, you know, I've done like loads of sets with these guys. So to see them suddenly #1 in the charts is wicked, because you're used to working with these people in clubs, and suddenly they're like #1 in the country. So it's good that the commercial side is thriving. Underground scene's thriving. You've got the sort of more dark techie stuff as well. So you've got liquid drum and bass, which is a bit more soulful. So there's loads of different styles of drum and bass, and I'd say it's definitely in a sort of healthy place right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So who would you like to work to? Because you've actually mentioned a couple that you've kind of worked with. So who would you like to work with in the future?
Oh, in drum and bass, you know what? It's mad, because I think I've pretty much worked with everyone. Like
really?
Since I come into the scene in 2008, I've been lucky enough to work with everyone, even people like, you know, Goldie and Dillinger and Fabio and Groove Rider and all the sort of forefathers. I've managed to do sets with them, but I've also worked with all the sort of big guys like Hazard and, you know, like all these guys, Friction, who's on Radio 1, and I've been lucky enough to work with these guys. I've even been lucky enough to sort of be picked to go on One Extra and do like a drum and bass fire in the booth with Charlie Sloth, with Charlie playing the tunes and stuff. So I've been very lucky who I've worked with, man. Like MC wise as well, I've worked with everyone in the drum and bass scene. Drum and bass, obviously, there's always been, especially on the MC side of things, like crews all doing their thing just much in the same way as Grime, Roll Deep, OGs, whatever. In drum and bass, it's been pretty much Uncontrollable, Shadow Demon, New Breed, High Level, and various other crews kind of doing their thing, which is good, man. Like, you know, I was in Uncontrollables, we still work together now. I'm doing the SASAS thing now with like Skibber, Shabba, Stormy and myself. So I like doing the crew thing, because your vibes off each other on the stage, you like sort of catch jokes off each other, write lyrics off each other, you sort of remix each other's lyrics, and you just got that comfortable vibe with the people. But what I like about Teamdrumz is like it represents everybody. It's not just like one crew. Like anyone can actually wear a Teamdrumz t-shirt. You know, someone from X-Man can wear one, who's from New Breed, like I could wear one, obviously, Shabba could wear one who's in High Level. It doesn't really matter, because we're all representing the same thing, which is drum and bass. And I think that's what Drip's kind of cottoned onto. The crew thing is good, but sometimes it can sort of, it is good, I love it, but it can make the scene, it takes away the unity, because people are there over there and there over there, and they think, the promoters think, oh, I can't book him with him because he's not in that crew and whatnot. But I think what Drips is trying to do with the whole Teamdrumz thing is just show that we can all work together and build something, basically.
Yeah. And you were talking before about like your different connections. How did you get into like all of that, especially for those watching who might want to perform in larger audiences and stuff? What advice would you give to them?
What advice? I think #1, be humble. Like when you're coming into a scene, or when you're new to something, even if you're like the baddest lyricist or one of the sickest people out and everyone's gassing you up, just like when you come into the industry, you've got to realise some of the people that run things have been around for a long time. So if you've got a good attitude, as well as doing well on the stage, you will get further. Do you know what I mean? The people, you've got to work with people in this industry, and also don't expect to get paid straight away. Like, you have to just put in a lot of graft, a lot of time, a lot of effort to get to where your sort of favourite artist might be. Do you know what I mean? Rome wasn't built in a day, so you've really just got to put hours and hours of grafting to get somewhere. And if you're good enough, and if the people warm to you, the money and everything else will actually come. Yeah.
Cool. So what does Teamdrumz mean to you?
Teamdrumz to me is literally like, it represents drum and bass right now, and especially the MC side of drum and bass. Because like I said with Dreps, I think what you saw was sometimes the crew thing can be like, it's like, people don't think everyone can come together and work. People don't think people can come together and collaborate. Whereas under a Teamdrumz banner, people can work together. Yeah. That's the thing, because we're all drum and bass MCs, we're all drum and bass producers. So if you can't represent your own scene, that's a bit crazy. You might not want to represent another crew. You might be in one crew or be rolling with certain people and not want to put someone else's t-shirt on because you think, oh, it's not good for my brand or whatever. You know, it's market forces and all that. But Teamdrumz, we all represent drum and bass. Yeah. So everyone can throw that t-shirt on, everyone can spit a bar about it, everyone can represent that. So I think that's what is very clever about what he's done in terms of the branding of Teamdrumz. Because if you're into drum and bass, you've got to love Teamdrumz because that's your team.
Okay, so if I want to be able to reach you on social media, how can they reach you?
Yeah, twitter.com, Harry Shotta, always on the Twitter thing because it's easy on the phone. Facebook as well, official fan page, I got that. Instagram, The Real Harry Shotta, because someone took my name. I was late on Instagram, that's the thing. You can't be on everything, there's so many things now, there's Snapchat and Periscope and all that. Like. But yeah, I was a bit late on Instagram, so it's The Real Harry Shotta on that. But you can reach me on that. And SoundCloud as well. Put a lot of stuff on SoundCloud, so check that out.
Alright, thank you, Harry.
Cool. All good. Teamdrumz.